Hey, if you're seeing this message, then you've been chosen as one of the few people to gain access to this secret page. You'll understand why this is important in a few minutes. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Ashley Kay, that's me. And if you're feeling hopeless about an ex-girlfriend you can't stop thinking about, then you come to the right place. I'm about to reveal sneaky psychological tactics that will get your ex-girlfriend to desperately want you back again, as if you have magically tampered with her thinking and influenced her to fall back in love with you without any resistance on her part. Now, if your girl is telling you, I hate you, it's definitely over, and I don't love you anymore, then you'll want to pay attention to this next part. The number one thing that determines whether you win your girlfriend back or not largely comes down to whether you know to push her emotional hot buttons directly after a breakup. A woman has various emotional buttons that, when tapped, will make her want you as her man, remove any resistance she has about getting back together, and turn her on so she is the one passionately wanting to be with you. Now, if you're going through the toughest time of your breakup, then you won't really feel like yourself, let alone be able to fix your breakup situation and get her to want you back. But here's the thing. Women are easily influenced once you understand female psychology and what makes them tick. There's a reason why some men seem to win and keep women's interest easily, even when they're a jerk, while others seem to repel women away no matter what they do. But this does not have to be you. To see what I mean, I want you to do something for me. Imagine for a moment that you suddenly get a knock on the door, and much to your surprise, it's your ex. Now she is looking great, and there is a twinkle in her eyes as she looks at you. Then suddenly she grabs you and throws her arms around you in a tight embrace, and then she says, I'm sorry, I've been acting like an idiot. I made a mistake. I still love you and want you back. Now hold that thought for a minute. How do you think you would feel at this moment? Relieved? Like a huge weight has been lifted? Extremely happy? Like your life can go back to normal again? I'm about to show you how you can make this come true by simply shifting your focus from desperately chasing after her to reversing the situation so she is the one wanting to be with you. And I'll show you how to keep her in love with you so she will always admire you and be your biggest fan. Now, the first secret tip I have to share with you is this, so pay attention. The biggest mistake men make, and what causes a lot of men to screw up, is when they allow their emotions to control their actions. This is what I call a breakup blackout. This is when your emotions from breakup overwhelms all other forms of thinking, therefore causing the logical and rational part of your brain to suffer a blackout. So once you lose control of your logical brain, then your emotional brain starts to make all the plans. Now, here are 7 mistakes you could be making right now that are killing your chances as we speak. See if you can recognize any of these in your behavior lately. Telling her that you'll change and everything will be different next time. Pouring your heart out in a letter about everything you've done wrong, how you feel, and how you love her over and over again. Begging and crying, acting out of desperation in the hopes that she will feel sorry for you. Buying her gifts, flowers, or anything of that nature. Acting overly nice and then agreeing to be friends in an effort to make her happy. Resorting to using reason, logic, guilt trips, or any other cheap tricks you can think of in an effort to get her to come back to you. And even proposing to get her in the hopes that that will win her back. Now, the problem is none of these things work to bring her back. In fact, in many cases, they only push her further away from you and often into the arms of another man. Now, how many times do you think you can screw up before your ex-girlfriend never ever wants anything to do with you again? Look, I admit, I totally screwed up too. I allowed my pain and fear to overwhelm me. I somehow always found the phone in my hand and I would call my ex over and over, hoping to just talk it out. but take it from me, it doesn't work. The good news is you can overcome a breakup blackout by simply ignoring the things your emotional brain wants you to do and replacing it with a set of simple psychological steps that will give you back your power and control of the relationship. You see, you don't need to convince her to come back. Doing so hurts your chances more than anything else. What you need is a way to attract her to you by reminding her of why she fell for you in the first place. Now, the second secret tip I have to share with you is this. The hard part is already over. You've already done the bulk of the work by getting her to fall for you the first time. Now, unless your ex-girlfriend was extremely good at pretending to like you from the start, she will always have feelings left over for you after a breakup. Don't believe me? Just think about it. If she didn't care about you, would she bother to put in the effort to hurt you? Now, someone who is emotionally hurt is only hurt because she cared to begin with. Now, there is just one thing I need to warn you about before I continue. Re-attracting a woman who knows you and used to love you is a lot different to attracting someone new. Although easier, the techniques are distinctively different. Here's what you need to know. Step 1, you need to understand why. You need to get inside her female mind, understand why she wanted to leave in the first place to win her back. Step 2, remove resistance. You need to remove any resistance she may have against you. And step 3 is reattraction. You need to then use reattraction methods which pushes her emotional hot buttons to get her back. Now, in many cases, you will only need to go as far as step 2 because if your girl still loves you, simply removing her resistance is enough to want you back. Now, this is fairly easy once you understand the right thing to do. However, it can be painfully counterproductive if you do the wrong things or at the wrong time. Look, I know exactly how you feel, so I want to tell you what happened to me. I was, completely an emotional wreck when I became suddenly single after 3 years in a relationship. I remember I spent the first few weeks crying, feeling angry and hurt, going crazy thinking about the breakup over and over, trying to construct ways I could get the relationship back and constantly questioning why and how this could have happened. This was also during my last year at university, so as you could imagine, I was a complete mess and my studies really suffered because of it. That's when I knew I had to do something about it. I started to read and study relationship books and human psychology like a maniac. I read every book I could find in this area. These were books on relationships, getting an ex back, human psychology and influence, and dating and seduction books. After a while, the pieces finally started to come together and a set of patterns was revealed to me. This was an aha moment. And then something interesting started to happen. It wasn't long until my ex was the one calling me, crying to me on the phone and telling me how much he missed me. He started sending love letters and wanting to talk to me all the time. He couldn't understand what was going on, but I knew exactly what I had to do, what I had done differently. Now, I also realized that now the situation was reversed. He was the one begging me to take him back. I surprisingly didn't feel that strongly for him anymore. It was quite a huge revelation when I realized that he was making all the mistakes that I made in the beginning, the same exact things that actually makes us less attracted to the other person. What happened next took me by complete surprise. Much to my surprise, I realized we just weren't that compatible with one another and getting back together wouldn't have made me or him really happy in the long run. Even a few years after this, he still wanted me back. So I guess I definitely left an impression on him. Now, I could have put that part of my life behind me, but I quickly realized how many others were suffering the same breakup pains that I suffered. Naturally, I wanted to help. So I started helping others through email and on my website and quickly realized how common a lot of breakup problems were. I spent the next year putting everything I knew in a book, cutting stuff out that weren't relevant, and only leaving the best information that yielded the fastest results. I also altered and improved many things that I discovered to create the most effective system to help other people like me. Now, for the first time, you'll be able to win her back with tactics that will remove any resistance she has against you, change her mindset so she is the one wanting you back, and obtain the secret to keep her hooked and in love with you as the best man for her. The X Recovery System Get Her Back Edition is a program I've developed through years of research, trial and error, and working closely with real men. This is a result of handpicking the best strategies, tactics, and psychological triggers and combining them into one solid program. We go far and beyond what other competing programs are willing to do by providing personalized one-on-one help no matter what problem you have. We won't ever leave you in the dark to figure things out on your own. Now, did you know that 80% of couples who reunite after a breakup break up again within the first 1 to 3 months? Here's what ends up happening. Couples rush back into a relationship only to find all the old problems still there. Now, a terrifying amount of Get Your Ex Back products deal with quick fix solutions that don't last. Not only that, but these so-called quick fixes can end up doing more damage to your relationship than good in the long term. This is where the Get Her Back edition is different. We're not just another Band-Aid solution. The program helps you rebuild your relationship with a concrete foundation and guides you to maintaining a successful relationship long after the program is over. Now, don't worry, you won't need to shift through pages and pages of text, as this program is much, much more than just a guide. Get Her Back is an interactive course that consists of videos, interactive quizzes, workbooks, visual maps, and the core manual. This program is a much improved and much more specific addition to the original popular course, the X Recovery System. The core system has gone through a major intensive upgrade, making sure to leave all the most successful tactics intact and also adding in all new videos and methods dedicated especially for men looking to win their girlfriend back. Now, a lot of my clients love all the different ways to consume my content, and the great part is I've included an exclusive members only section to help you with even more ongoing training for absolutely free. Your life after this program will never be the same again. Here's just a few things you'll be able to do. You will be calm and confident about your breakup situation. You will know what to do immediately to re-attract and win her back, so she is the one working to be with you. You will feel empowered and invigorated about the days and weeks to come. You will be confident, emotionally strong, and irresistibly charming, so your girl will be able to stand being away from you even if she has another man. You will know exactly what to do to get your girl to call you on the phone and ask you out on a date. You will know exactly how to make her feel just as crazy about you as she did in the beginning of the relationship. You will easily pass any test that she may throw your way. And that's only a few of the things that you'll discover within the Get Her Back edition. And what better time to get started than today? Sadly, every day that you go without proper guidance is another day she could be out having sex with other men. I need to be honest with you, most women will look for a rebound directly after a breakup. The truth is, women don't like to be alone. And, most women have the upper hand when it comes to the sexual selection process. There always seems to be a number of men orbiting around a certain woman, just waiting for her to be single so they can finally make their move. But you don't have to let any of those guys win. I often get men tell me how invaluable my program is, as it has helped them know the right things to do and say no matter what situation they were in. It has saved many men from losing their woman to another man and forever wondering what if about their relationship. Imagine if you didn't try all you could to save your relationship. Could you live with yourself not knowing what could have happened? Now give yourself this opportunity to finally get her back where she belongs. In your arms where she feels extremely happy, safe and secure, with her lips sweetly on yours, with her passionately wanting you all the time, with her confessing that she loves you and will never doubt you and your relationship again. Now, before you go anywhere, there is just one thing I must warn you about. the Get Her Back edition contains unconventional methods that is not revealed anywhere in the world. In fact, after having read and purchased many Get Your Ex Back products online, I've found a lot of them have a habit of leaving out key information that, at least for men, is a must to know. Frankly, the techniques in my system work so freakishly well that although it's intended to be used for good, there's always a chance it could fall in the wrong hands and be used for harm. This is where I have to admit this program isn't for everyone. Over the years of helping people, I've discovered that there are some people who probably should not use my program. This is not for people who are mentally unstable, stalkers or crazies, have a restraining order on them, are physically abusive, or have an intention to harm their ex. Please, if you don't have the best intentions for you and your girl when using these techniques, this program is probably not for you. Now, if you are a good person with good intentions, I've got great news. Earlier, I told you that you were chosen as one of the special few to see this secret page about the Get Her Back edition. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to give you a huge 30% off the purchase price of the Get Her Back edition right now. That's right, you'll receive the entire course, all the videos, workbooks, interactive materials, quizzes, and ongoing help for 30% off the original price. Now you may be thinking, is there a catch? There is something I need you to do for me. All I need you to do is to promise me you'll download a bonus report I've included within the Get Her Back edition and pass this report along to help your friends or someone you know that could really benefit from this information. Trust me, there is no better way to start this program than by providing help to someone else as well. I promise I won't bug your friends, it's just something cool that you can spread to your friends in an act of kindness. And in return, you'll receive a huge 30% off my program just for doing something good for someone else. Now, this offer will not last. There is a limited amount of spots available for this offer, so if you don't take action quickly, I'll have to pass this offer on to someone else. So please hurry and don't let this opportunity pass you by. You're only 2 or 3 minutes away from gaining access to all of this top secret information to get your ex-girlfriend back for good. That's right, there's no more waiting around for postage. You'll gain immediate access to unlock all the interactive materials straight after the order page. And if you thought that was awesome, wait until I tell you about this. To show you how confident I am in my program, I'd like to offer the Get Her Back edition with no risk on your part. I know you think your situation is different, and I agree, you are different. No relationship is alike. That is why I'm willing to take all the risk by offering this program risk-free for 60 days. For 60 days, you can access all the material as often as you like and try it out completely. And you can even bug our support staff, who is trained to help you with your relationship problems as often as you like. And if for whatever reason you are not happy, just send me an email and you'll get a no questions asked money back guarantee. Of course, I'm confident you'll be nothing but delighted with the program, and I can't wait to see you back with your ex-girlfriend devoted by your side. That's if you still want her back. Now, if you were anything like me during my breakup, you'll probably be feeling a set of mixed emotions. One of the questions that I constantly found myself asking was, am I doing the right thing, and will we ever get back together again? Like I said earlier in this presentation, what you do after a breakup is what matters most when it comes to winning her back. I want to give you the answers to your most pressing questions and take you by the hand to fulfilling your dreams and getting back the girl you love. So imagine for a second how it will feel to know she will always be there for you, to admire and love you. How it will feel when she only has eyes for you and is passionate for you. How it will feel when she finally wraps her arms around you as if she will never let you go. Now, I want to help you like I've helped so many thousands of other men realize your dream and finally be happy, confident, and in love. So if you're ready, simply go to the next step below. If I still haven't convinced you to try out Get Her Back Edition risk-free, then perhaps you don't feel that strongly about your girl after all. If you value getting the latest and hottest video game more than getting your girl back, then this may not be for you. This is only for men who are serious about saving their relationship and feel enough connection with his woman that he is willing to invest some effort to get her back. If that sounds like you, then I can't wait to see you on the inside. Simply click the link below and I'll see you there in a few minutes. Still not sure? Remember, each day that goes by is another day your girl is out being lured into sex and an emotional relationship with other men. Remind her that you're the best man for her and she simply needs to come to her senses and finally admit it to herself. Now, I'd like you to do this quick exercise with me. Now, imagine in detail what it will feel like to be back together again. Picture every sight, smell, and sound of that scene in your mind. Create a positive energy in your mind of what that would really feel like. Does that make you feel good? If you felt this way every day, do you think you'd have the confidence and strength to be able to attract her back? Don't let this moment pass you by. Take this special opportunity to get your hands on the Get Her Back edition for a massive 30% off before the offer is gone for good. The clock is ticking and I'll see you on the inside.